been doing this event now for 4 years, and we started out the event with 20 exhibitors, special needs individuals that really never have had the chance to be around livestock in general, much less go to a livestock show or experience a livestock show. Our goal and our intention was to really give those exhibitors the opportunity to do something that's once in a lifetime, something that they may not ever get a chance to do again. And in addition to that, then provide those buddies who are a support network for those exhibitors to see how fortunate they really are to have the opportunity to participate in livestock shows, have the ability to do something that a lot of these other kids don't. And so once those kids get a chance to experience something like that, it creates that symbiotic relationship between both those exhibitors and the buddies. You know, the buddies have probably never had the chance to be around someone with special needs, much less them have to be the responsible one at the show to not only oversee that livestock project, but also that exhibitor who's never been around a livestock project before. So it really creates a whole new level of responsibility for those kids, those buddies, that really turns into growth development and character development. And that's really what we strive for, is to try to continue to grow each year, which we have. And this 4th year of us doing this is when we were really able to allow the buddies to kind of officially take the lead on really running the whole entire show for us, with having the committee as a support network behind them. And when we talk to the kids and when we have our initial meeting with them, you know, we tell them, you know, that this is not the committee's event, this is their event. This is the buddies' event and the exhibitors' event. It's their time to shine, it's their time to grow, and we let them know that there's a tremendous amount of responsibility that goes with this. And our goal is that as they're going through this process of learning what it's like to take the lead on something, whether their leadership role for that day is to, you know, get an animal prepared in the back before they come to the show ring, or getting an exhibitor with their livestock project through the ring and into the picture taking area, everybody has a specific role. Truly it's up to them on how successful that event runs, on how they handle that leadership role. And you know, what we challenge them to do is say, listen, you're going to be stepping outside your comfort zone today, and you may not do the greatest in some of those areas, and that's okay. There's people behind you that are willing to help you out, and that's where our adults kind of step in to say, you know, if something happens and something goes completely awry, we can be there to help you. But we want you to try, and we want you to give it your best effort. And then we hope at the end of the day they can look back and say, wow, I really stepped outside my comfort zone. This is something that's really going to help me down the line, whether it be in their continuing education and getting involved in other leadership positions, and being more involved in their 4-H club, because now they have a better sense of confidence about what they can do within themselves, or when they move on in life and begin, you know, being good community members wherever they're living at, and being a person that's, you know, here from Washington County. We hope they come back one day to their hometown and they're going to join one of these committees, so that they've had that leadership role. They understand what it takes to put on whatever kind of show it might be, because in essence what they left with today, or a day like today, they can go and run a rabbit show, they can go run a pig show, they can run a steer show, or what other kind of committee, because they've had that ability to be in charge of something and know what it's like to be in a leadership position. And first of all, we make sure that the exhibitors that are going to be involved in the program have the sensory capability to be out in an environment where there's lots of noise, there's lots of people, you know, the animals that are all around them. And so that's what we focus on first. Once we've identified those kids, then we identify what species do we feel they would be most comfortable in being able to handle. And so what we've developed up until this point is that we use swine, goats, and rabbits. That kind of allows us a good broad spectrum of livestock species that whether it's a very high functioning special needs young person or a lower functioning individual that really can't handle something that is fast moving like a pig or a goat, but still has a sensory capability to handle a rabbit. We want them to still be able to be a part of the program. And so so far, those are the 3 species that we focused on, and whether that changes in the future, that's yet to be determined. But again, our main focus is on the safety of those kids while they're having a good time. The show ring is set up really no different than a pig show or a goat show. We have the animals stalled in the back just like they would. We call them up just like we would for a regular show. The buddies assist the exhibitors in getting them to the show ring. Once they get to the show ring, then it's really then up to the exhibitors on how much they want to take part in showing that animal. If they want to get out there and run around and chase the pig with the pig whip, we let them do it. It's all about them that day. If they're more reserved and they get shy when they get out there, then that's when the buddy steps in and reassures them and helps them out. So we let the buddies gauge how much they think that they need to help those individuals out. And as long as the exhibitor is comfortable in handling that animal, then we let them continue to handle the animal. When they feel like they're being pressured, then that's when the buddy steps in and helps them out. And so far, our buddies have done a tremendous job in making them feel comfortable in doing so. As they go out into the arena, we have a judge. The judge obviously is not judging on necessarily the quality of the animal or anything like that. The judge is serving more as an MC for the program. They're going and introducing the individual as they come out. They've got a little card of information that's specific to them, what their favorite color is or what their favorite food is or just an interesting fact about that kid. And so it really just becomes a spotlight opportunity for the exhibitor as they show their livestock project. And so there's always lots of fun and lots of laughter from the crowd, and a lot of times that's when things get emotional for some of the parents, because they've got a kid who's a special needs kid who they've never seen them come out of their shell like they have at that point. And so for many of the parents, especially of those kids, it really becomes an emotional time for them, because they're really just coming out of their shell and doing something they've never seen them do in their entire life. And when we see those kinds of things, that's when we know that we've met our purpose for that day. And that's why we continue to do it, just like any other volunteer would for any other committee. Everybody has those moments down at the fair on why they're here and why it's a special time. Anybody that knows and is on a committee, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort that we put into these events, but it's all for a good cause, and that's for the kids. This program is geared specifically for our buddies and our exhibitors to come from Washington County. We have a great relationship with both Burton ISD and Brenham ISD. Their special education programs work hand in hand with our committees. Many of our committee members are employees of Brenham ISD. And so that symbiotic relationship we have between the school districts and the fair really just takes it to a whole nother level. We also partner with our local community college here, Blinn College. Each year they provide about 20 to 25 students who help get the ring set up, help us get all the animals cleaned up prior to the show date. They're there at 6:30 in the morning. And so we've added a whole another level and a whole nother dynamic to our show by bringing that group of individuals in here. And we're really thankful and blessed to have a community college like Blinn here with a strong ag program that have kids with backgrounds in this that can come and help us with a lot of the manpower. Doug Pierce is kind of the grandfather of that program. He's done so much to grow that program. It's one of the largest in the state of Texas, and if not the country. They're also one of the most successful groups in the state of Texas, if not the country. And I don't know if the community realizes how blessed we are being an ag community like we are here in Washington County, to have a community college with an ag department and a group of ag professionals like we have here, and ag students that give back so much to the community, whether it's for the champion drive, the livestock judging show, the open heifer show, or whatever else that they're doing here throughout the week of the fair. We truly are blessed and thankful that the fair board gives them the opportunity to do that, and that they're willing to come out and spend the many countless hours, each and every year here. as a Blenham employee, we're proud to see whenever we're able to get into the community and support the community however we can. You know, the citizens of Washington County are tax-paying citizens that help support the operations of the college, and we can't do enough to say thank you for that, whether it's being in a parade and supporting the Washington County Fair, or having some of our young folks from the college come here and help, whether it's donating their time or whatever. That's what we're all about. We want to just say thank you to the community that has been so great to us at Blinn College, and we're going to continue to do that. Our Chancellor, Dr. Mary Hensley, that's one of her priorities, is to make sure that Blinn College is a true presence in whatever communities we serve. And I'm proud to be a part of an organization like Blinn College, and I hope that Blinn continues to be a mainstay in the community and stays involved in events like the Washington County Fair and many others that they help out and assist with throughout the year.